May 28th, the Historic Society would like to use the north side of the courthouse lawn. They're having a World War II Veterans Reunion. So after the parade, they just want to hand out cookies, refreshments to the veterans and their guests. So, in the morning.
Okay. Motion?
Make a motion to approve. Second.
Okay, we have a motion second to approve the it's neat. World War II Veterans Reunion for Labor Day. That's really cool. All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, same.
It's Memorial Day that
It is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. May I make that change on here?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm scratching the word labor and writing in memorial. I guess if I'd have looked at the date and looked at the...
Yeah, I would get this back.
Do you?
Yes.
That's because you labor all the time, so, yeah, what can we say? Okay.
And the next thing I have are all the dates where you guys will be visiting the schools, elementary, and then the high school. April is, help me out, Tom, what's this month called?
It's the national recognition of county government.
Yes. So those are the dates of all the, that you'll be visiting the schools. And then on May 11th, South Whitley will be coming here and visiting the courthouse, government building, and then the recycle center.
Okay. Thank you very much, Tom, for setting it up. I really appreciate it.
It's always enjoyable.
And then, Tom, you want me to bring up May 5th? Wanted to set up on the courthouse lawn a little booth with cookies and coffee.
That's the first day of farmers market, and I realize some of these, April's National Awareness Week or month, but we had to extend some of them into May for schools to make the change so that we could either come and visit there or they could come here. South Whitley will be here May 11th and they'll bring their third graders. I've told Don and George that we have a second grade group, I think, in Cherubus going to third grade. They're going to have to water it down a little to get to the second graders.
I won't. I said I had to water it up.
But anyway, we're looking forward to it. And like I say, there are 5 schools participating. This will be the first time we'll go to the high school and talk to a business law class. And so, and if you're at the farmer's market or just want to stop by on May 5th, stop for a cup of coffee and a cookie. And
Well, now, I might bring up May 5th. You may want to think about corn chips instead, because that's Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
so you bring the corn chips.
Okay.
Before we came in here, I got a call from Craig Wagner. He wanted to report to you all that, to tell you thanks, first of all, for the vehicle. It's getting anywhere between 30 to 35 miles to the gallon. Everything fits in his vehicle, ladders, whatever it is. It's all working out great. He wanted to make sure to tell you thanks for that. The past few months, I've had some inquiries about eye insurance, which we don't have any eye insurance. So I talked with Chad Birch to just kind of give me quotes so I can present them to you. There's a couple different options if you're interested. I just figured people are asking about it, I should at least inquire, get some quotes on it. There's 2 different ways you can do it, where the county pays part and the employee pays partial, or the other way where the employee pays the whole amount. notes on that. Minimum amount is $580 a month, maximum is gonna be about $750 a month for the employee. So if you wanna review it, co-pays anywhere between 10 to 30 depending on the group. And if we can start with our renewal date, if we think this would be a good plan for us. Chad said we can add this into our August 1st renewal. So,
You sort of lost me a little bit on the way it could, there's two plans.
there's two plans, partially paid by the county and
Yeah.
partially paid by the employer.
Okay,
So if it's $8 a month, you know, the employee pay 4 and you pay 4.
gotcha.
So, or
Okay.
just the next page, the second page is 100% voluntary, where the
Gotcha.
employee pays the full.
Employee just simply pays for it. I'm sorry, thank you. Okay. Okay, I got you.
So, just some options people have been inquiring about.
Sort of to dovetail in on this, I have a meeting with Chad on the 23rd. I'll get more information on this, plus the other discussion that we're gonna have with him, so. Hopefully by our next meeting, I'll have more information for you.
Tom, keep this kinda goes with that because this comes from you to the employees about the open enrollment in May, become effective in August. That's what Vicky gave us. Normally that goes out with checks, but it's gonna go out on dock delivery since we don't get checks.
Okay. Okay, I can't even get into dock delivery, so that's a
Why
big
can't you get
concern.
into dock
I don't know. It's been so long now, I quit trying. There may be a better way to get. So this is, are you saying this is what the, how would she know how much the plan is?
What happens until August 1st?
We don't know how much the, maybe I'm missing something here.
Because that's what she gave me.
All right. Well, like I say, I'm meeting with Chad on Monday.
I'll keep that.
And the last thing is.
No, wait.
Oh.
No, wait. Go ahead.
I spoke with the commissioners earlier, and the chairman wanted me to announce that I've given my notice that July 6th will be my last day, and I'm going to pursue going back to school full-time.
I think with, well, first of all, very few employees gives you 12 weeks' notice. That's wonderful, and I appreciate that. And in an effort to get as much time in for a new hire, I would like to have that, I'd like to have a new hire in place by June the 1st, giving them 30 days working with her. If that's okay, then I'd like for her to proceed to start, in Amy and I talking earlier, she will take the resumes and look through them and then present the resumes to us to decide for interviews, so. Does anybody have a problem with that? Is that a timetable you guys can live with?
Well, I'm just thinking June 1st is 5 weeks. We have to post it in-house for how long?
7 days.
7 days. That's a week.
Now you're down to 4.
Now we're down to 4. By the time if we decide we want outside and you run the ad and you get it out, there's probably another 10 days or so. And by the time for that person to be fair with their employer, I wonder if we could extend that a couple weeks and be sure they're on board by June. I don't disagree that here, if they can make the arrangements to be here sooner, fine. But June the 15th, definitely, they would have to be on board, would be my, I think that any good employee will give their employer 2 weeks notice. And I just think that might hustle us with interviews. Maybe for the candidates we choose, they can make our schedule for interviews, but, that's just my feeling, but if you wanna,
Okay.
if you
No,
and George
that's
wanna go
workable
first,
too.
I just wanna be
Okay.
fair.
Let's have a drop dead date of June the 15th that we've got them, or whatever that. I would assume your date coincides with the pay period.
I haven't checked. I
Okay,
just went with
okay.
school, so.
Okay, all right, well, drop
Well,
dead date of
I
June
think
15th.
somewhere in the fine print, as soon as they notify us of a resignation, they're done on the pay.
Are they work for free?
So we'll
No, I
see.
won't be here tomorrow.
Sorry to hear that. I mean, that she's been a
No,
great
boy.
asset,
Yeah,
my years here, and, but I wish her nothing but the best. If that's her choice, why, that's her choice, so.
She's made our job a lot easier.
yes,
Yeah.
she has.
I have enjoyed it.
Yes, she has. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
All right,
Ah,
Ms. Auditor.
I still have pending stuff in here. Are they going ahead with the courthouse? Is any of this in your, what you're discussing?
Which part? You have to ask me
The
which part.
replacement of the boilers.
That will go to the council on February 9th.
February,
How about May?
May 9th.
How about May 9th, yes.
Yeah, May 9th. Now, the contracts are here for us to sign,
Alright,
but I said I'm not signing the contract until the council meets on May the 9th, and
okay.
I know there's support to get it done. Well, one of the things for the public, one of the things that we knew we had boiler issues at the courthouse. We were hoping they'd hang in so we can get this upper part done to the courthouse, but unfortunately we had a boiler control go down last week, and the cost to repair that, it just didn't make sense. So we're gonna try to get the boilers and chillers going along further, so.
The memo about workman's comp savings, that was tabled till next meeting, but you weren't here, so
Right, and I can tell you that
leave it in there.
Corporate Cost Solutions has never contacted me since then, so, and did I report I met with John LaFever?
Yes.
And they have some audit stuff, so,
Leave it, throw it.
I would throw it away for right now. I mean, I've not heard any more from Corporate Cost Solutions, so.
Oh, you said we're not talking about that. And I seen you got this. We're talking about that.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Mhm.
Never mind. It's all you.
No permits?
Nope, no utility permits.
Alrighty. Tom?
just a couple things quickly. You and George are working out between themselves if just one, I think it'd be good if we could have two commissioners on April 18th, but it's up to you people. I would like to, myself, April 24th at Northern Heights, but one of you decide if you'd like to go with me there. I'd like to have one of you.
Okay.
May 1st, Chair Busco, Donna, have you again, because that's
Sure.
kind of your home territory.
That's fine.
And you read on there, there's 2 1/2-hour classes. So you
Okay.
South Willie Elementary, they'll be here,
Here.
visiting here. I think all 3 of us could be here that day. Maybe if not, at least we'll have 2.
Okay.
And at the local high school here, I would like one of you to join me there, so,
I'd be glad to do that.
okay. George, wanna get you involved here. So, would you join me at Northern Heights?
Sure, on the 24th?
Yeah, maybe you could pick out and go with one on Don if he wants you, so.
Sure.
Outside of that, you guys decide on that. And remember, we have, the county brochure and, a pencil to give each one.
Yep.
And Amy, be sure there's enough pencils in there for teachers also.
Now, I am a little confused. The teacher at the high school, I guess I thought he left.
No, he just resigned that's Wayne Krieger, and he just
Yeah.
resigned coaching. And he's at
Oh.
Canterbury
Yeah.
recruiting basketball players.
Yeah.
That's why they
You
won
didn't
the
really
state.
say that. Yeah. Okay, but he does still teach here, huh?
Yes,
I
as a
didn't know
business
that.
law
Okay.
class.
Okay, all right, excellent. Excellent.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, that's all.
Is that it, sir?
Yes.
George?
I just had a couple of things. First, Tri-Lakes Park, and we've talked about that now.
Okay.
We had drainage board meeting this morning, and we talked about the drainage board, or the engineer would like to have some equipment, like a backhoe would help them out, save money for the county. I'd like to have you think about whether that's something that we'd like to do. We just started talking about that. I think really it was between Brandon and I, because of the fact that right now they're having trouble. Things are getting busier, and they're having a heck of a time getting any contractor to do anything as far as the drainage, the small jobs. Then also, I'd like to commend Devon Schuman. He is leading the 27th. He's been a godsend to our drainage board and to the county. He's been just great. So I would hope that all the commissioners would give him an attaboy there, because he's been great. He really has. We're gonna hate to miss.
Place for farm proclamations.
I think it'd be good. Oh, I think so.
Amy? Place for one of our new proclamations. Make it Von Schuman Day. Okay. Like it.
That's it for me.
Is there any reason why he couldn't use the county highways backhoe? Other than scheduling?
I
I
couldn't
don't
see.
think we have a back.
What's that new equipment that we got?
No, yeah,
That's
that's
a
not
Bobcat.
one. But I thought, sure I saw a trailer with the, I don't know. Michael's gone.
I think we have a grade-all, the one that reaches out.
Yep, that's true.
That's a grade-all, but
That's
I'm
true.
not, maybe we do, I'm not sure we have a, check it out and see, maybe we haven't.
I will.
My concern
I
would be
should-
who's gonna operate it.
Right.
Apparently he's an operator.
Well, the new gentleman that we've hired, Mike, I can't remember, Mike Knafel, he actually worked for Wilcoxon,
Right.
and he would be able, he's trained to do, like if they just want to go in and do some test holes, then we could have the county go in and do that instead of having, pay somebody to go in there and do that. And if there were small jobs, it had to be done. Because right now, the small jobs, a lot of these contractors don't even want to look at them.
And I understand that, but I don't wanna come into a meeting someday and have Mr. Pancroft, Mr. Gross,
I understand
Mr.
that too.
Wilcox sitting out here going, hey, that's our work you're taking away, so.
And then
I guess
eventually that's gonna happen, because it isn't gonna be busy for them all the time.
Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the job that well. I didn't realize that would be a part of his job, so.
Another
Well-
thing you have to realize, once you get a backhoe, you're gonna have to have a trailer and a
Right, it
truck
has to be
of
backhoe, trailer.
That's why I was
think
kinda
truck.
hoping if the highway had one, we already have that equipment.
Well,
But you know, they both wanna use it the same day.